Okay, hi YouTube, and welcome back to Used to Be Big. Now, I just spent about 3 to 4 minutes making this video earlier and found out that I didn't press record. So this is my second. This is my second go at. All right, so here we go. As I said about a couple minutes ago in my first attempt, what I want to discuss in this clip is what got me to lose weight. What was it that finally spurred me on to successfully reach my goal? And like I discussed just a couple minutes earlier, it usually takes an emotional event that will get you to make a big change in your life. That emotional event for me was a visit to the movies. I decided to go to the movies one afternoon uh, by myself, and I went at a time when I didn't think many people would be there because being over 320 pounds, I was pretty self-conscious about being around large groups of people. So I went to the movies, happily got into the concession stand and bought a large popcorn and a large Coke. And I proceeded to go inside the viewing area, found a seat, attempted to sit down, and landed on the armrest. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I that big that I can't even sit down in the seat? I was shocked and depressed. So depressed and so shocked that I actually got up. Excuse me. I guess I didn't get up because I never did sit down. I just walked to the back of the theater and threw my popcorn away, threw my soda away, and went home. And felt bad for the rest of the day. The next morning, when I got up, the only thing that was on my mind were the events of the prior day. And at that time, I dropped to my knees and I said the most sincere, heartfelt prayer I'd ever said before. And upon getting up, I really was led to get in my car and just take a drive. So I did that, and I took a drive about 3 miles from my house, and I came across a park that I had never seen before. Living in that area for my whole life, and I had never seen this park. So I pulled into the parking lot, and I got out, and I said, well, maybe I'll take a little walk, try to burn some calories, get some exercise. So I walked over to the walking trail, and I noticed a man preparing to rollerblade. And I just felt moved to tell him what I was about to attempt to do, which was lose all of this weight that I had on me. So I pulled him aside and I said, "Excuse me, sir, it's going to sound kind of crazy, but I need to confess something to you." And he looked at me and said, "Well, what's that?" And I said, "Well, as you can see, I'm very overweight." And he basically said, "Yes, I can see that." And then I told him, I said, "But today is the first day that I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to start today." And he told me that would be a good idea. Those were his words to me. And after that, he skated off, and I proceeded to go on my first workout, which consisted of a walk of about 25 yards. And at that point, I was tired, went back to my car, and left. But I proceeded to walk at this park almost every day. I was almost insane about it. I found the time, no matter what I had to do, to walk. And over the course of 10 months, approximately 10 months, I went from 320 pounds to 160 pounds. Strangely enough, when I lost all the weight, I ran into the same guy that I had run into the first day. It's almost like he was destined to be there. I pulled him aside again and said, "You know something, it's going to sound crazy, and you probably don't remember me, but almost a year ago, a guy pulled you aside out here at the park and told you that he was going to lose a lot of weight." And before I could even finish what I was saying, he turned almost as white as snow, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And he was like, "Oh man, I can't believe it. 'Cause so many people say they're going to do that and they don't do it." I said, "Well, I did it." And he was like, "Well, congratulations." And once again, he skated off. So a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them that I lost 160 pounds in 10 months, but I really did. There was no special diet program. I was never a member of a gym. People always ask me if I go to a gym. Never have, other than maybe a 1 week free membership where I'll just try it out. But I never was a regular member of a gym. All the weight that I lost happened at my local park. It cost no money at all. So you can do it very cheaply. Basically, the things that I did was exercise is very important. You've got to discipline yourself to exercise. And when you're morbidly obese, like I was, sometimes it's kind of difficult to go out to a park where there's a lot of people and work out. I certainly was very self-conscious about my size. I felt people would be looking at me, commenting on me, but I didn't let that stop me. So I went anyway. It was really hard at times because I was very big and I was really a spectacle. But I went ahead and did it anyway. And what I would do when I walked, a lot of times, as I reached certain stages in my weight loss, I would find someone and latch onto them conceptually and say that this is the next person that I want to be like physically. So, I do that, and then when I get to the level of fitness they are, I latch on to somebody else that I saw and say, this is the next person that I would like to be like physically. I'll never forget, I felt really good. After I lost the weight, I really gotten into running. And I got to the point where I could run, on a typical workout anywhere between 4 and 10 miles, depending on how I felt. And there was one guy that used to run around the park that I really admired because he was like really fast and just ran so comfortably with it and had such endurance. I said, I'm going to try to get to his level. And I'll never forget, I felt so great. One day I was at the park and I ran by him. He couldn't believe it. So this is the same guy that could barely walk one lap around the park, and now you just ran by me. So that really made me feel good. So that shows that you can reach your goals. If I could do it, believe me, anybody can do it. Because I was big. I hated to work out growing up, but now I love to work out. I try to work out as much as I can. I enjoy it. It's not a chore. It was a chore initially, but it's not a chore now. So those of you who are just starting your fitness plan, keep me in mind because I'm telling you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm going to be putting more details up about stories such as this, as well as lessons about human physiology, so you'll know how the body works and therefore be able to manipulate your weight loss program. You can get your body to do what you want to do. It's actually pretty simple. It really is. Some people try to make it complicated, but it's not simple. Basically, what I did was I ate less and worked out more. Now, there are some specificities behind that, but um, I'll talk about that and I'll write about that. So continue to follow me on this YouTube channel and as well as my blog on Blogspot. And the address to that once again is fattofaith2fit.blogspot.com. So I will have some interesting things written there. I'll have humor. I'll have faith-based content. And I also have some scientific medical-based information to teach you about the human body. We all need to know. So continue to follow me. Much success with your weight loss program over time, and God bless.